All right. Well, I believe we are live. So, I just wanted to thank you all for stopping in and watching. Today, we will be doing um, a little bit of a different stream. Um, I don't know if all knew this about me. Be shocked if you did. Um, who am I kidding? Of course you know. Um, I am a big bird fan. So, we are going to use this opportunity, especially considering that it's been a while since I have done this, to try and identify some birds today. And through that, I'm gonna try and give some bird trivia, and maybe we'll all learn something today. So we're gonna start off with this is the cardinal, the northern cardinal to be exact. This is actually the the state bird of Ohio. In fact. Then we got a great blue heron. These things are giant. They're gorgeous. This is a hummingbird of some sort. If it's a ruby-throated, then it's a female, which I do believe it is. So let's type that in, and we are correct. Okay. We got this long curved beak. This is usually some sort of ibis. I believe this is a white ibis. You're correct. Then who could forget the American coot? Wait, no. Hmm. Is it not a coot? Who am I kidding? This is the common loon. No. What? Moorhead? It has truly been a while, guys. Um, we'll come back to that one. Wow. Um, this is a... I forget how to pronounce this one. Or how to spell it, even. An Aninga, I think? I have no idea. This one. Every time I take this quiz, I always forget. This is not a nuthatch, is it? Oh, the white-breasted nuthatch was right underneath. Um, this one kind of sounds like it's laughing. I'll do like a little bad example, but you get the picture. Um, right here, we got a brown pelican. I had the pleasure of seeing one of these in Florida when I was at Margaritaville, Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. Um, there was a little juvenile one just sitting on top of a like pirate ship. Um, I should pull up the picture, but I am also going to focus more on this since I thought that this was due last week. Sorry, Phil. I thought this was due this week. I mean, when I got on to do this stream this afternoon, I was like, oh no. But we move. Um, Sorry about that, Phil. Hope you have fun grading this a week late. Um, I'll try and make it as entertaining as possible. Next up, we've got a double-crested cormorant. Gotta spell that right. I forgot this is timed. I gotta go fast. Next up, we've got a downy woodpecker. Not to be mistaken with a hairy woodpecker, which looks quite similar. Next, we got a rose-breasted grosbeak. Those little guys have huge beaks that really just crush anything they're eating, especially nuts. We got an eastern willet. Um, is this some sort of sparrow, house sparrow, or that's the house sparrow? This is a Carolina chickadee? Yes. They go. They're named after the sounds they make, but it also sounds like cheeseburger if you have ever heard one. This is an egret, maybe a cattle egret. Okay. So we got a mourning dove. Everyone mistakes them for owls, but everybody remembers hearing them early in the morning. Kind of like nature's alarm clock, kind of like a rooster. Um, Here's the Canada goose, not the Canadian goose, the Canada goose. Um, and then this is just a regular old gull. I can't remember what exactly. Ring-billed gull, that's right. The one right below that, there's no such thing as a seagull. There are gulls, but all gulls are around the sea. So to clarify that they're seagulls really doesn't make much sense. That's an osprey right there, the mascot of the Seattle Seahawks. And then we have a wren. I'm guessing it's a Carolina wren? Okay, I'm correct. Ute swan to the left of that. And then right here we got one of my favorite woodpeckers. The... Wait. I'm about to get this wrong, aren't I? Red-bellied woodpecker. That's why. I always... Red... Oh, who am I kidding? This is a pileated woodpecker. Very sorry. I should know better. Um... What is this if it's not a coot or a loon? More hen, not more head. That's where I got it wrong. Yeah, I'm gonna run out of time. I always forget this little guy's name right here, but let's just give up. It's a shame. I thought I'd get them all. A loggerhead shrike. See, when it comes to shrikes, I always just assume they're like a warbler or something. Like that's where my brain automatically goes to. So yeah, as you can see, I've crushed this quiz before, so it's not exactly impressive of me to miss one, but we keep going. It has my Sporkle account if you wanna um, challenge me to some quizzes. Um, let's do birds A to Z. Let's see how I can do here. All right. So we have a little bit of a hint for each one of these because we know that it'll be the first letter of the alphabet. This is a royal albatross, but I'm assuming it just wants albatross. Blue jay. They're often considered to be really mean birds, but that's just because they're very territorial and they care for their young and they care for the food around them. They want to make sure that their territory is protected. Um, they're beautiful creatures, one of my favorites. I will always be their biggest defender. Next we got an eagle. That specifically is a bald eagle. Next is a falcon. I believe I don't think it's a peregrine, which is the Bowling Green State University mascot. Peregrine falcons have more of a like bright yellow beak, almost orange. So it actually kind of matches quite a bit with what Freddie and Frida look like. Next we've got a hawk. Red-shouldered, I believe, or red-tailed, one of the two. That we know this is an ibis based off of that last quiz. J. It's not a dark-eyed junco. That. I'm a little bit lost on that one. I have taken this quiz before, and I have passed it before, but like I said, I am a little rusty. Next, we've got kiwi. Fun fact about the kiwi, it technically has the shortest beak of any bird because the beak is usually measured from the nostrils to the entryway into the skull. The kiwis have their little entryway right at the edge of their beak. So technically, they have really tiny beaks. I don't know how much I agree with that classification, but that's just how they do it. Next, this is the loon. That's a common loon. Um, you'll usually hear them in like horror movies, even. They'll because they have a bit of a shrieking sound. A little bit of a like a wail. This is a mockingbird, northern mockingbird. They're very notorious for messing up people who like to go bird watching, like me, because you'll often hear one bird and you can like record it with like an app and it'll say, "Oh, this is so and so." It's actually just a mockingbird copying it. So the name is definitely not just a name. It has meaning. This is a nighthawk or a nightjar, to be specific, um, or to be correct. I don't think that's a nighthawk. Then an ostrich, of course. I've got a puffin. Believe this is a quetzal, which is like a like tropical type of small bird. It's quite beautiful. Timer's going crazy, by the way. So I'm gonna hurry up because I have no idea why that's happening. We got Roadrunner. Then we've got Stork, Toucan, T-U... U. I'll have to come back to that one. V. This is a vireo. Red-eyed vireo, I believe. W. Woodpecker. I believe that one's... I actually do not know which one that is. This is a yellow hammer, I believe. And that's a zebra finch. You'll see those in Australia quite a bit. If I remember correctly. So let's go back up here. What are we forgetting? Is this a jacana? Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was a jacara. It's a jacana. Okay. You. What starts with a U? Is this an umbrella bird? It is, and just like that, we pass the soaring colors. Isn't this fun? Isn't this just wonderful, getting to learn about birds? Aren't they beautiful? I sure think so. Um, so let's keep going. I'm gonna go with birds of Africa because we get some very beautiful, vibrant birds. They're quite gorgeous. I believe my favorite bird of all time is in this quiz. Um, this one's a pick and this one's a like a pick the correct picture one. We should be able to get through this pretty quickly. Um, that just says answer. Okay. Secretary bird, one of the most beautiful birds. I should pull up a picture actually so you can see. Secretary birds have these gorgeous eyelashes, like something you've never seen. It looks like they straight up have makeup on. There's one specific picture that like just really shows them off. Can't find the specific one, and I am on a time limit for that quiz. But yeah, look at that. Just absolutely gorgeous. Um, yeah, beautiful bird, one of my favorites. I say that a lot, but that truly is one of my favorites. The gray crowned crane, you've probably seen these in Lion King. They're the little guys running around. Not as big as other cranes. As we know, an ibis has like that big, long, curved beak from our other quizzes. So the Madagascaran ibis is this one right here. Another gorgeous bird is the lilac-breasted roller. Probably pretty close up there for one of the birds with the most variation of colors in their feathers. Next is Wahlberg's eagle. Now, if I remember correctly, I'm not great with eagles and other raptors like hawks and falcons. I tend to mix them up. I believe this is an African fish eagle, so this one's gonna be a Walberg's eagle. And then everyone knows what an ostrich is. Come on. Yellow-collared lovebird. Lovebirds are gonna be these cute little parrots that you see people have as pets. You can see the yellow collar right there, so pretty easy. We just we just it just came to me what a jacana was in that last quiz, so got that one down. A great blue Turaco. Um, I like this one. It kind of looks like Blue from Rio. You remember that movie? Beautiful bird. Hildebrandt starling. Um, there aren't many starlings in the Midwest. A lot of people know the European starling. A lot of people mistake them for crows. Same thing with common grackle. They're quite a bit smaller. They do have that like black shininess to them. Hildebrandt starling is no different in terms of like the black and blue shininess to them. It's got a big old orange stomach right there. Just something to think about. Congo peafowl. So we all know what a peafowl is, but we mostly know about the male peacock for their bright, bright like plumage and their feathers. However, there are multiple kinds. The one that we're familiar with is the Indian peacock. This right here would be that one. The Congo peafowl. Um, oh wait, I am silly. This is the Congo peafowl. Um, the Indian peafowl is we know it to be a lot more blue and have the little um, like almost antenna like head feathers. Um, lesser flamingo, could be this one right here. Whenever you see something classified as lesser, it just means that it is just a little bit smaller. It's a way to classify birds that have a lot of genetic similarities, but still are different in some way to make them considered a different species. Um, actually got the hooded vulture. It's this guy right here. Um, fun fact: vultures are classified as vultures. Um, they with a specific little like caveat, and that is that their heads have no feathers. Um, you do not need to be a vulture to have no feathers on your head, but you need to have no feathers on your head to be a vulture, if that makes sense. Here is my favorite one right here, the African pygmy kingfisher. Only found south of the Sahara in Africa, so if I ever want to see it in my lifetime and um, log it in my book, I'm gonna need to make quite the travel. So there's that little guy, beautiful orange and blue, awesome, awesome giant beak. um, lesser striped swallow. Swallows have these very tiny heads. You'll see, you'll see, I believe tree swallows are the ones that if you ever walk down Winter Garden, the Black Swamp Winter Garden path, not Winter Garden, the Black Swamp Preserve path, by Culver's, you'll always see the barn swallows, or no, the tree swallows flying all around on the bird houses that are out there. Um, I've gotten quite a few cool shots with just my phone camera, but still, it's fun. This is the lesser striped swallow found in Africa, not in Ohio, but there's still barn swallows and tree swallows, so yeah. Next, we've got the African fish eagle, like I mentioned. Quite a bit like a bald eagle, a little bit bigger, as you can see. Um, Also, another fun fact while we're on the topic of eagles, that eagle screech you usually hear in um, like sound effects is actually a red-tailed hawk. We even use it for our football events. Um, when the Falcons score and do something quite impressive. However, peregrine falcons actually sound a little bit more like bald eagles in the fact that they do more of a like squeak rather than a screech. Um, it's hard to emulate, especially right now. I have a bit of a sore throat, but um, just a fun little fact. Crested barbet. Anytime you see something crested, it's usually got this little mohawk going on right here. Um, so if you're getting into bird identification, that's something to keep in mind. Shoebill. This one is one of my favorites of the storks. Uh, Mostly just because look at that beak. It's just absolutely gigantic. It's just crazy to think that, like, imagine if humans had something that large on their body. Um, don't think too much about that, but like if our nose like stuck out like so far and was like super armored, it's just cool to think about. An African emerald cuckoo. As you can see, it's emerald. It's green. Cuckoos have like these little like the tiny little curved beaks, so that one's pretty easy to find out. And like I mentioned earlier, if something's vulturine, it means that it has no feathers on its head. This is a guinea fowl. So unlike the Congo peafowl, it's found in Guinea. Um, I believe I could be wrong about that, but I do believe that's where the name comes from. That's this beautiful creature right here. Um, so yeah, say pretty good. Missed one out of 20 here, 25 in the other one, 25 in the one before. So we went 69 for 70. Um, but yeah, it's always fun to kind of work on my bird identification practice. It's always a joy for me, and I hope you all enjoyed it too. Um, Make sure to subscribe to Awesome Audio, and leave a comment what your favorite bird was. Um, and yeah,